Oh, we're out of focus a little bit. Hello, good morning or evening, afternoon, wherever you are. Morning, Lisa. Hello, Donna. And hello, Naomi. Right, I've got my laptop balancing precariously. I don't really want to fiddle with it, so there's a big old gap going on here, but never mind. You can see the important stuff. Right, I have started a little bit early, but that's purely because I'm impatient. Let me shrink that a little bit, I think. There we go. Ooh, oh, hang on there, that's making me disappear. That'll do. Now I will say my internet is extremely, it's fluctuating. So if I disappear, that's why. I've also got Trixie playing around at my feet, so she might end up catching something. Let me just turn this up a little bit. What's going on with my volume? Because that's fluctuating as well. Oh my god, this is not going to go well, I don't think. Oh, bear with me, guys. Oh no, my camera's flipped. Oh my life. Shouldn't have messed. That's it. Right, all I do is turn the volume up. It's that one. So which one? I need this one up. No, that's ringtone. We don't want that going high. Right. Let me know if you can't hear me very well, and I will try and fix it. Oh, that's still the wrong way round. Come on. Oh, no, it's not. I don't know, that seems... Yeah, you are. You're upside down. Right, I'm just going to change my screen a second. Right, that's that. Why is it so downy? Let's bring it there. Let's bring that out a little bit. Fingers crossed. That's fixed it. Let's have a look. Yee, you're the right way again. Now I need to try and move it this way. Oh, my screen's gone off. Come on. Zoom out a touch. That'll do. Let's not mess with it anymore. I just thought I'd do a quick live today, just because people that I normally have convos with, they're a bit busy today. So I thought I'd quickly jump on. That's still not quite right. You've got a light shining in your eyes. We'll get there. Sorry. Will that do? Let's try that. Hello, Carol. Bear with me. I'm just fiddling. Once I get this set, we'll be away. I'll be stitching. I think that'll do. Let's not jinx it and mess too much. Excuse the nails. I haven't been out to fix them. Right. Can you all hear me okay? Oh, we've lost a couple. Is that because my internet's dipped or... Oh dear, Carol, something's not quite right. Just me and you, Carol, for a minute, I think. That or it's not showing properly. Anyway, I'm just going to sit here and stitch. If there's people, great. If not, I'm happy because I'm stitching. Naomi, oh, you are still here, Naomi. For some reason, it's not showing my participants. Oh, no, there you are. Right, okay. Yeah, Carol, you can hear me. Like I say, I think what I'm going to do is just stitch away for a little bit. It is literally a stitch with me. Now, mind the waffle, because I will natter away. It's a shame I can't get my laptop more central. Ooh, don't mess too much, Ali. Otherwise your laptop's going to go flying. See, I can't help myself, can I? Right, let's just leave it there. People can see me. If I disappear out of shot a little bit over here, I shouldn't do, but if I do, just shout at me, come back. Now, I've got my windows open because just to let a bit of fresh air through. A bit of fresh air never hurt anybody. And I live in a little village called Wrangle. It's like a little farmer's village, really. There's where we are. There's fields all around us, and there's a couple of farms. There's one that way, and there's one the other way. So you might hear some tractor noise in the background. If it gets too much, let me know, and I'll just shut the windows. It won't hurt. And another noise you might hear is Trixie. She might come and say hello a little bit later, but yeah, just a quick heads up. If certain noises annoy you, just let me know, including my own voice. Right, where are we? Let's have a look. Zoom in. Oh, I've got a packed one. I'm stitching Royal Rose on Mother of Dragon by Alexandra Vibach. As you can see, this one is parked in the right tower. I've obviously come from here and parked it over here. And the reason I've done that is because there isn't any below it. So instead of ending it in this box where I would normally end threads, there's no point in ending it because there is a few stitches of it. Might help if I highlight the symbol. That's it. Now, how are we doing? That's that one. I hate my nails. I'm so sorry, people, but I seem to get a lot more stitched if I'm chattering, or, you know, if I'm on my own. I find that I don't really stitch as much. Whereas the last, I don't know, month, I've been chatting on Zoom with the lovely Steph. There's a couple of new people that have joined. Lisa. I just find that if I'm chatting away to people, I get so much more stitching done. I don't like stitching on my own, and there isn't anybody who lives locally that would come and stitch with me or anything, so I may do a few more lives because Zoom is great and I'm loving it, but sometimes people are busy, obviously, with life. Also, sometimes it's nice just to take a break and just chatter away to myself as such and answer any questions that might be popping up. Oh, got itchy nose. How are we all doing this fine? Is it Wednesday? I've lost track of my days. Are we stitching, or are you just here to listen to me waffle on? Either is great. I'll get this colour done and then I'll have a little look at what's going on with you guys. Let me know if you're stitching. What are you stitching? Yeah, so with Royal Rose, I keep getting pretty much the same sort of comments or even inbox messages about Royal Rose saying, do you have to park underneath? Can you park to the right? You absolutely can park to the right. There's no set rule on it. And like I said, even I parked to the right with this colour that I'm stitching now. Because there was nothing underneath. There's no point in finishing it if you're going to be starting that same colour with that, you know, you might as well use that piece of thread instead of finishing it off. You can scatter it a bit, you know. This is just how I stitch it. Like for example with the start and finishing, I do it with the tail. You know, some people prefer pin stitching, loop starts, you know, there's so many different ways of starting and finishing. There's no, you have to do it my way or anything like that, you know, it's whatever is comfortable for you. You can scatter it a little, as I say, you can scatter it a little bit. You don't have to finish to the right all the time. You can finish below, you can pin stitch it right next to the stitch that you're finishing. It shouldn't affect too much. I will say that you need a few threads over here and a few threads below just to prevent those lines. You know, as you're stitching it, you'll get a feel for how many finishes to do, and you know, if you've got a lot of parking going on over here and down here, then you might not need to do these tail ends for the finishes. I might be paranoid, might be overthinking it, but I just like to have all these, well, there's not many in this one to be fair, but I do like to have a few finishes going on just in case those lines do appear. I'd rather be safe than sorry. But if you're confident that then there's going to be no lines, like I say, finish however you like. No one, what's that phrase? No, I don't want to say that phrase actually because it's a bit raw. Basically, there's no, you have to do it this way or that way. I'm just basically showing you how I like to do it and how it's working for me. Luckily, it's working for other people, which is great. Some people, it's not, you know, they're enjoying it, but they're tweaking it, like finish-wise, so, and parking-wise. And that is absolutely fine. If I've helped you speed your stitching on, then that's great. Now, I've parked down here, because that's where it's needed next. There is some up here, but there's quite a few, so I will start a new thread up here. You just get a gauge of what to do. Now, if there wasn't many stitches in these two, say if there's only 3 or 4, I would maybe park up here and then stitch away. And then when I've stitched this tower here, I'd park over here, because then I could stitch those few and bring it back over here. You know, there's all sorts of little tweaks that you can do with it, that I even do with it. The whole point in parking only in this tower below, or over here or over here, the only reason I do that is because I'm being strict with myself. Now, if you don't want to be strict, you don't have to. You can park further down. You can park wherever you like. I'm just showing you how I'm doing it. And I am being strict with myself, and I'm doing that purposely, so. Not everybody wants that whole strictness. What have we got going on? Another thing I also do is I try and stitch the ones that don't have, oh, hang on, I need to try and remove this person here, I think. Where have you popped up from? Now do I get rid of you? Right, I'll do that in a second, guys, just bear with me. Let me just finish what I was saying. I'll try and stitch the least amount of stitches first, And the reason I do that is because then when I get some, like, for example, if I've got 10 stitches, I'll stitch them. And then if I've got 15 stitches, I'll then stitch them. The reason I do that is because then at least my threads are getting anchored. They're getting covered. Now, you don't have to do it like that, but that's just the way I do it. Right, now let me see what's going on with this. Naked HT, you are... let's have a look. No, you're not in my participant list, so how do I get rid of that? Let's select that one there. It's not doing anything. Oh, no. Yeah, there is blocking needed. I blocked that one and reported. Oh, thank you, Donna. Yeah, I was just looking. I didn't see that. Thank you so much for doing that for me. I didn't notice. I'm sorry. There's always one, isn't there? But yeah, if ever anyone sees anything like that going on in the group, feel free to block away. I don't mind at all, because we don't need that sort of stuff on here. Unfortunately, some people don't have lives and they just like to wind people up. But anyway, let's not give them the breath. Right, where were we? Sound is perfect, yep. Carol, we have a bottle by the look of it. Oh, is that to do with that weirdo? Right, some blocking needed. I blocked that one and reported. Thank you, Donna. Naomi, about to start stitching for tonight. Lovely. What are you stitching? Naomi. Oh, sorry about that. Carol, good. In bed watching. Nighttime here in Australia. Okay, well, I'm a bit of a bedtime view, okay. Liv. Oh, hello, Liv. Anne Varga, hello from Australia. Are you in bed as well? Or, oh no, you're stitching your Hade Quick Stitch Unicorn Haven by Amy Stewart. Lovely. Yeah, I love Amy Stewart pieces. That was one of my first ones that I did. I think on my next one I'm going to take a picture. I'm going to like import a picture and have it sat in there in your viewing window, just so that I can refer to it and be like, oh, here's my finish that I did, my first one. Hi Celia, hi Chrissy, you caught me this time. So many Zoom friends are in right now. Yeah, seems to be. Sarah M, hi, you can add someone as a moderator. They will have the power to stop the spammers and trolls, etc. Right, yeah, I'll look into doing that then. I don't think I can do it right now, but yeah, I'll sort that for sure. Thank you, Sarah. Naomi, stitching on Farewell to Anger. Is that Hade, Naomi? Sorry about my weird squinting. My eyesight's terrible. I did find my glasses actually. What am I doing? Why have I not got them on? Let's see whether they actually do help. Excuse the glasses. Oh yeah, that's loads better. What we got? Erla. Hi from Iceland. Hi Erla. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Erla Bjork. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm so rubbish with pronunciations. Janelle, hi, it's great. There is a lot of people here from Australia. It's a good time for us to watch. Yeah, I did have Katie from Australia in mind. I thought she might want to pop on, but if she doesn't, then that's fine. But yeah, I gathered in Australia, it's more your evening time, so if I was to go on in the evening, you'd miss it a little bit. So watching whilst I work. Chrissy, great. Yeah, it's a Hade. Great, Naomi. I have to look up that one. I might, like I say, I'm sorry to keep repeating myself, but my internet's not great, so if I tried to look that up now, I feel like it might just have a meltdown. So I'll check that Farewell to Anger. I'll make a little note of it and I will have a look later on. Farewell to Anger. I should maybe have a look at that one because it's quite a catchy title, Farewell to Anger. It's my kind of mantra, I think. The reason I don't go out and deal with people is because they make me angry, so I don't go out. Yeah, now I'm going to do a little bit more stitching. Where were we? 932. So you might hear some planes in the background. Oh, hello, Tilly. No, she's not going to stay in, I don't think. Don't know if you can see her. No. So the problem with having my laptop here, I did have it in this corner and you could see what was going on behind me, but for some reason the internet kept dropping out in that corner. I think it's because it's near a wall, so it wasn't liking being there. 932. I have got a new internet provider going live next week, I believe, so fingers crossed that one's a bit stronger and I can have it where I originally wanted it. Oh god, we've got some growling going on. Where is she? Leave her alone. Sorry guys. Trixie, come on. She's not interested today. I've only had Trixie for about 2.5 weeks. They're doing great together, but no, what am I doing here? 1, 2, 3, so that's a stitch. I want to park over here. Yeah. Now, the reason I'm parking so far away is because I haven't got a lot of finishing going on. I don't think there's going to be a lot going on over here as well, so I am going to waste a good 10 stitches of thread. As I said before, you don't have to start how I do. You can start with a loop, you can start with the pin, you can start a little bit closer. It's entirely up to you. This is just how I do it. I've got used to doing it like this now. Oh no, that's in the wrong place. No, now that's anchored down. See, so it does anchor it down. Yeah, that is in the wrong place. Let's start that again. Maybe it's because I've got my glasses on. Right, let's try this again. We will point over here though. Now there's no saying that you have to do your tail in there. You can go a little bit further over. The only reason I do that is so that I've got it a bit uniform. Maybe a little bit of OCD kicking in with that. Now I've had someone say that you get a definite ridge where your finishes are. I can't feel any on mine. I suppose maybe there's might be a little bit there, but it depends on what your preference is. If you don't want to feel bumps and ridges, I'm afraid Hade isn't for you, because there's going to be some bumps and ridges going on somewhere along the line. You're going to get a bit of bulk with Hades. And I personally, when your project is finished, I don't see why the bumps and ridges and the bulk, the feel of it, I don't see why it would be an issue, because to me, I wouldn't want people touching it anyway. It would get framed and it's for people to look at, not touch and get the mucky hands on. You'd be constantly washing it else. And especially where I live, being in the fields, we get a lot of dust. And I'm not forever cleaning at the moment because I sprained my ankle and I had a good couple of weeks off because I couldn't physically do it. But if I don't clean for a while, the dust is ridiculous. I have to do it every day. So I would definitely have my finishes framed because I wouldn't want to be washing it constantly. Because all the dust that does fly, it's not dust, it's basically mud. Very fine grains of mud coming in. So it would stick to my project. So yeah, I don't understand why a ridge would be a big issue, because you can't tell, you can't see a ridge. Well, I can't anyway. But, you know, like I say, it's personal preference, because some people don't want that ridge, and that's absolutely fine. I take the criticism as long as it's constructive criticism, you know. There's no right or wrong in anybody's stitching, because it's your stitching at the end of the day. Karen Needlebug, she did a comment on someone's comment earlier. I think it was yesterday she did it, and I can't remember exactly what was said. I should have written it down because it was brilliant. Someone had put, I think I've gone wrong, or I'm doing it wrong, or something like that. I feel like I'm doing it wrong. And Karen replied saying, there is no wrong in cross stitching. There is only what you do. Anything, yeah, I'll have to write it down and put it in the notification a bit later on. Not the notification, the little drop down menu on this video, because it's spot on. Nobody's stitching is wrong. So anyone who comes at me and goes, oh no, you're doing that all wrong, why are you doing it like that? Yeah. No, I'm sorry, I won't listen, because this is my stitching. It looks okay, I'm following the pattern, it's working for me, so basically. Finish this colour, and then I'll have a little gander at what you guys are doing. When I've finished on this, for those that are our Zoomy friends, I will probably, I can't even say that word properly, probably be going on to Zoom. I just wanted people to have the opportunity to ask some questions and have me answer them live instead of typing responses out, because it's getting more and more. Now why? Oh, I know why. Yeah, there's getting more and more questions, and I feel like I'm not repeating myself, but it's a bit, well, I don't know what I'm trying to say here. Yeah, I suppose, yeah, I feel like I'm repeating myself a little bit. It'll be okay once Royal Rose, the Facebook group, gets all the questions asked and answered, because people can then scroll through and maybe find the answer that they're looking for before asking the question anyway. But at the minute, I am at the moment feeling like I'm having to type the same stuff out a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. But yeah, I don't mind at all. I really don't. I worry that if I get a day where I'm not quite feeling myself, I don't want to be ignoring people, because I wouldn't like it. Let's mark that off. Now, again, I've parked in the dungeon. This is a Liv thing. Liv and Joyce had a little conversation, from what I can gather. Joyce came up with a Royal Rose for me, which is Stitchy Dutchy. And then she's been chatting with Liv, and they've kept with the royal theme. So royal, you know, like a castle. So now we're saying, instead of parking in the 2 blocks, or, you know, let's start with stitching the 2 blocks. Those blocks are now known as a tower. And then when you're parking below, that's parking it in the dungeon. And if you can't park to the east tower, you finish in the east tower. So yeah, they're coming up with some quirky names and phrases, which is great, you know, we have fun with it. And eventually everyone will understand exactly what we mean by towers or the dungeon. You know, it's just a learning curve for everybody. But I think it's great that Liv and Joyce did that for me. Glasses back on. Let's have a look. Oh, they need a little bit of a clean. Donna. Leonid Afromov is the artist. Right, okay, yeah. Ina. Now I haven't got auto translate on mine. I'm assuming you're saying hello. I'm sorry, Ina. I really wish I could communicate a little bit better with you. Thank you for coming and watching though. Hopefully just stitching and watching me stitch is showing how Royal Rose works. Donna, yeah, I get the dust living in the countryside and the cotton stuff off the willow trees gets everywhere. I'm going to try Royal Rose on my next new start once I decided what I want to do. Brilliant, Donna. Oh, steady girl. Oh dear, just bear with me a second. Trixie's just literally fell off the windowsill. Oh. Oh, sweetie, come on. What's the matter? That wasn't nasty Tilly, was it? No, where's Tilly? No, Tilly's out there. Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? Bless her. I don't quite know what happened there. I think she might have got carried away with the blinds. Yeah, Donna. Yeah, no, it is. It's a nightmare living in the countryside and surrounded by fields and trees. Celia, my stitching, my rules. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Don't get me wrong, the whole rules thing is a bit, I think it touches a nerve with some people. It certainly touches a nerve with me, because like I say, there is no rule. It is just how I stitch. It can change from day to day. Are you okay? This is Trixie, everybody. You just had a little tumble, didn't you? She's 15 weeks old now. Donna, got to do what works for you. Everyone is different. Exactly. Yep. Hiya, Max. I'm not allowed in the Zoom you go to. Right, okay, Carol. Max, I hope I got your name right. Yes, you did, yeah, Alison, yeah. To be fair, people call me Ali, but it's absolutely fine. It is my given name. It's on my birth certificate. Are you playing with my tassels? It's almost one of those things of the main time I get called Alison is when I'm naughty. So it's like a parent thing. Go on then, but be careful. Go on. Yeah, so if ever my mum or my dad, Alison, I'll be like, oh no, what have I done now? But yes, Max, can someone just block that idiot, please? I'm ever sorry, guys. I will sort out moderators for people to do that, because I'm not too sure. Let me have a look, see if I can figure it out. See if I can do it. No. No, it's not letting me. Yeah, if someone can block whoever that is. Go away. Get a life. Oh, here we go. Can I do it? No, it's not letting me. Yeah, if someone can just block that one. Thank you, Donna. You're a star. Like I say, they need to get a life. So yeah, Liv, haha, had to be done. What had to be done, Liv? What have I missed? Oh, to do with, I get it, hang on, to do with the dungeon and the tower, yeah. But bit slow on the uptake, it's a bit early for me. Right, yeah, let's get a little bit more stitching done. Hopefully we don't get too many of those spammers or whatever you want to call them. 169. Now, for anyone that isn't in the Zoom, Liv is the one who is admin of that group. I think being in that group is what has helped me with confidence of doing this live, to be honest. If I hadn't have had the girls chatting to me and, you know, being able to see, there's a girl called Emma, she's doing Fire Opal with Royal Rose and she's absolutely loving it, and she often praises it to me. So yeah, I think if I didn't have the Zoom and being able to see people's reactions, I maybe wouldn't have the confidence to do this, but it is a very friendly group. And it's good as well because it's not just set to cross stitch. It is, as it says, it's stitchy, friends. So you can be knitting, crocheting, cross stitching obviously.